Hiya, here's the electrical part of my kit for my Yukon 1000, which I'm going to run through quickly, show you what I do. So I've got a Garmin GPS Map 62S that I've hardwired in, and I glue it, hot glue, to keep the connection watertight. And then that will be plugged in to a power bank, which is over there, constantly wired into the power bank. All my bags are labelled up, so that's my electrical bag. Spare carabiners, microfiber cloth to keep everything dry and my feet dry. Got a little alarm clock, a little thin one. Always remember to put the paper in the battery so that it doesn't waste the batteries. Talking of batteries, I use, I can't remember what they are, lithium batteries. So always get the best ones, and that will be powering my spot tracker. So that's in there. That will be on for 18 hours a day, so I need to have good batteries, so that should last. Map case, I'll just keep my passport in there because it's nice and dry. When I take it out, I might hide it later on. And then I've got some mapping. Talking of which, I've got, for the Yukon, I've got these map books here. They're brilliant, and they're course up maps, charts should I say. So it gives you an idea of where you're going. So as you're going through, you flip it up to the next page, and then once you do that, go to the next page, and you just flip it up, and it's orientated, so that north is actually that way. But obviously it's course up, so I'll show you the way through. So that's that. On my paperwork that I carry, I've got my kit list that's all checked off. Everything there. I've got some other waypoints that I've listed. So these are all my waypoints, which are on the Garmin as well, but these are just, and then I've got, these are all just the bug out points. So say for example, I was near Circle, I knew that there's a road and an airport, and there's that long for me to go there. One thing I did was put the mileage points from Whitehorse as a ready reckoner, so I could navigate on the GPS to this fixed position. So that's the 100-mile one, and obviously if it's sort of going behind me, then I'm past it, and if it's going towards it, I know that I'm past that. So it gives me a really rough idea of where I am. So I've got all those up to 900 miles, so that's that. And other things are just paper charts and bits and bobs on my COVID vaccination and all my tickets and all my ESTA and ETA for Canada. That's all in there. You need to carry some Canadian dollars. So that's US dollars, Canadian dollars. So that goes in that little bag. That's on you at all times. Sat phone. Hired my sat phone. Inmarsat's apparently the best one, so make sure you've charged it up. That's going to be locked away for the trip, just to use for emergencies. But yeah, so I've checked that all works, made a test phone call and test text, and that all works. Sunglasses. In here is my little place where I go to my happy place on a big long paddle. So I carry hardwired earphones because you don't obviously want Bluetooth. These are much more reliable. And I love this is an MP3 player, which I've got tons and tons and tons of songs, like 1,700 songs. I've also got podcasts with things like No Such Thing as a Fish, etc. I've got those on there to keep us happy. And then this is the best thing ever. This is my little treat. Tiny little Bluetooth speaker. And that is really loud. Not that we want it loud, but so that goes there, and it's waterproof. So that will sit on the deck between me and Mike, my partner, and we can listen to stuff and have a chat. Okay. I've got 2 GoPros, the one I'm filming off, and I use this, so that goes on a lanyard. That will go to Mike so that he can film me a bit, otherwise it'll just be him all the time. This is the best bit of kit for the GoPro. You don't need, because you've got to keep everything weight down. So I've got a little clip. This is brilliant. So this will clip onto my buoyancy aid, and then that's ready to go for the GoPro, so I can have a point of view picture. 2 power banks. I've got that one, and I've got another one I'm charging up. So they are the biggest you can have for the plane, which well, it's just under actually. So I always sellotape over everything so that it doesn't rub off, so if you get into a dispute with the airline, it does happen. So 238800, so which I think is 88 watts. You're allowed to take two 100 watt ones, I believe, but check your airline. But that goes there, and that is on a lanyard. Everything's lanyard, and I'll probably just clip that to something so it doesn't fall in the water, because that would not be good. Camera, I have one with this is not waterproof. I have got a waterproof one, but not taking it. This one's got a 25 times optical zoom, and I think it's got a 50 main zoom. This is just amazing, the things you can see on that, and that's for me to spot the bears and the wolverines and eagles and stuff like that. Then coming back around this bit, we've got spare battery for the sat phone, lanyard for my glasses because knowing my luck I'll lose them, spare, just the one, spare SD card just in case one corrupts or runs out, and then in here I've got one backup of everything because it doesn't weigh much, but I'd be really annoyed if I took all this and you couldn't use it. So I've got two USB-Cs, two USB micro or mini, whichever one it is. So I've got that, and these are waterproof headphones. So that goes in there in a nice little pouch, all tidy. I have this top will be just going in the deck bag with most of my electrical equipment that I need. That is my mid layer, but I'll go into that in a bit when I sort out my deck bag, which is here. So it's a bit of a mixture of where it's going to go. Obviously the sat phone gets locked away completely, but most of the things that you can see, other than maybe the alarm clock and that, but most of the stuff, which isn't much if you look, it goes into this tiny bag. So electrical stuff will go into here. So I just have my cameras and then a daily stuff. Okay, so daily stuff on my deck bag is my maintenance kit, as I call it, or immediate action stuff. So gloves, sun cream and stuff like that. I'll show you that in a bit when I get the stuff out. So that is my electrical stuff. I take that on board with me when I go on the planes. So because obviously they scan that and there's no issues then with the stuff I've got, they can scan it and be happy. And I know I've got it and it's the most expensive stuff that you can't lose, which is why I recommend taking that as hand luggage. And then as you'll see on the floor, that is my 90 litre stuff, which I'll go through in a minute. And that is going to be my carry-on.